Hello. Welcome to Love and Date. Now, this is going to be a show where we get to embrace couples, singles, or even a group. So we talk about love and date and what makes sense to you and how to keep love, find love, and cultivate love. So my first episode in the whole wide world. I'm so excited. V and Jess. My first love and date. So it's the first episode. So we get to unpack their relationship, what they've been through, how they get here, and see if there's a way that I can get in there and just make it a little bit more spicier and make them keep that love on the love cycle. Because we want to keep them here, which we about to go through now. So before we get started, thank you so much. Thank you for coming. It was awesome to work with you guys last night.
For sure.
I don't know if people know, but me and V, we go way back.
Way back, y'all. We've been through some stuff.
We just did, yes, good, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yes, and we here. And Tribe Unity, of course, we'll add all those things, but Tribe Unity is where I started before Color Code Dating. So this here is my boss.
Whatever.
So I'm interviewing my
partners,
boss.
Okay, the whole time.
We are partners in some instances, but in Tribe, she's inspired me so much. She's opened my eyes to so many people, so many opportunities. She don't even really know the opportunities that I've garnered from just being in her company, in her space, event wise. So thank you so much. This is my way of saying thank you. And that's why I want to make you my first ever coaching.
I feel so special. I'm so excited.
And I was blessed to meet Jessica through her. I did see the beginning, so I seen it. I was here. And so
she
now,
was coaching since the beginning, y'all. Before her, actually.
And I've always loved her, to say the least.
Yes.
I've always loved her since the beginning. There was nothing ever that I can ever say or even pick and say, no, I don't think so, V.
That's true.
I ain't gonna hold you. I seen V go. She was color coded. She had a roster, to say the least. So this here, Jessica, she's I love her. She's a beautiful soul. She's very inspiring, and she has a lot of good qualities that I think the world can use, and we'll get into that in the future. So, just to get started, who is V?
Oh my gosh, who is V? I mean, I am just like any normal person, just trying to figure life out. It just so happened that I figured out that I'm very passionate about other people's passions. Hence, Tribe Unity, the movement came about, where I get to hone in on just like supporting the loves of my life, my family that I find, because I get to know their passions. So Tribe Unity is a huge part of who I am. It's grown. Not just me as a person, but other people around me. Therefore, we're growing together. And but also, I am a family person. I love my family. I love to support my family. And obviously, meeting Jessica, I used to be the person that was like, I have to choose just business because that's my calling. But when you meet the right person, you create kind of this balance, and it's just a bigger picture. So me in a nutshell is just like everybody else, really. Yeah.
Thank you. Who is Jess? Jessica, to be exact.
Jess,
I don't know which one of you.
Jessica. I go
okay, all right. So both. All right.
I am. What can I say? I am a lot of things, but I think it's easier just to say that I've been on a journey the past 5 years since I became sober, and through this journey, I've learned a lot of things about myself and how to love myself better. And through learning how to love myself better, it's opened up the opportunity to find someone who can love me the way that I know that I should be loved. So, yeah, I know.
I mean, when you say sober, I don't want to go too deep in that, but can you just kind of like what made you drive you to go sober, and what was the whole story behind your sobriety?
Honestly, it wasn't something where I was like, I'm gonna stop drinking, but I just had like some really bad life experiences happen, and I needed to check in on my mental health, and I just, through checking on my mental health, not drinking alcohol was a part of it,
Yeah.
So.
Nice. Well, congratulations. How long is your sobriety?
Almost 5 years.
Whoa! That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I can go, a couple weeks, but it's, good for you. We strive to be like her. Everybody who has things going on, hey, what's your key? What was your whole key to it? Just stop? Did you do cold turkey or?
It was a cold turkey thing, but I also got on like medication as well, so I didn't want to. It was kind of like, oh, you can drink on it, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to take any chances. Let me just focus on my mental health, and that was a part of the starting.
Oh, thank you. Give me a hug for that, baby. I feel that so much. Oh, see, we moving along. I love it. I love it. So now that we all got all the mushy stuff out there.
No.
Because it is love, the love cycle, color code dating. Before we get into all the meat and potatoes of love and date, I want to kind of break down so you can get a clear understanding of how my two dating methods work. So when I moved to LA from Nebraska, I went through my phone. I had a lot of men. I had some women, but I had mostly men, right? And it was literally just phone numbers. And I was trying to like, how do I organize this and make it make sense to me? Because if you notice, when you're from a big city like LA, you tend to utilize dating as a part of your social, what can I say? Not your social elevation, but sometimes you meet the right person in dating. It could lead to different opportunities. So it's just like going to network at an event, meeting a new person. You never know what that person, who they know. So dating has always been a part of something you couldn't avoid in LA just because there's so many people and you'll run into people at the grocery store. So I end up having a database of like maybe 150 people. Like, it's just a lot. I was like, okay, Tom, Jake, Harry, Ben, Chad, Leroy, Brandon. I was like, whoa, what am I going to do? So that's when I started feeling the energy. When I went through each number, I felt the energy from them. I was like, oh, he's kind of cool, but I don't like him like that. Sunshine, yellow. So that's positive potential. Somebody who's like positive potential. I kind of like them a little bit, but not enough to like marry them or have intimacy with them. But I do like to hang out with them. And maybe we can kiss. Maybe, you know. But then below that was an orange. That's the friend zone. That's somebody who I completely did not have any sexual connection with, but they're like my brother, the homie. Let's go hang out. Let's go get a movie. There's no like pressure with that person. They understand that they're a friend zone. I understand that, and we treat each other as such. Meaning I can go on a double date with my friend zone because they understand that. Even though I know you probably like me, you're not going to cross that boundary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's a friend zone. And then we have a red, which is all sex. It's intimacy and passion. Mm-hmm. So when you meet somebody who's a red, they just really just want to have a good time. When you know that because that's all they're talking about. They're not trying to go on dates. They're not trying to do any of that. They just want to smash and dash, what we call it. And then you have your blue, which is long distance lover. That's somebody who's not there either on the internet, long proximity. So proximity makes them a blue. So even if you're in love with them, they're all that. But if they live in another state, they're blue. If you met them on the internet, you haven't seen them yet, they're blue. If there's some kind of even emotional distance could make them a blue, meaning they're just not there. That makes them a blue. The reason why they sit right below a black, because if they ever come, they become your match. So then you have the green. And the green is the money machine. That's a sugar daddy or sugar mama. That's somebody who's just resourceful, monetary value. You don't have that sexual connection with them. They're pretty much an orange with money. They're the friend zone, but they actually have resources for you. So then the reason why the black sits on top, because the black is your match. When you find your match, you have a blackout. Blackout is a term that I use when you first meet someone. Within the first 5 seconds, you can feel the energy that they're the one. They acquire all the different characteristics that you like in a person, your mate, or whatever, your soulmate or twin soul. So this person is an automatic. But not to say that these people can't grow to a black. Not to say that you can't be having sex with a person for 6 months and then you're like, okay, we're going to be together. I like this. Not to say that you can't have a green monetary. And you're like, you know what? Security's there. I'm comfortable. They might not be the perfect person, but they secure me. So I'm going to marry my green. And then a blue, they come in town. But as you notice, a yellow has to work all the way up to become a red to a black. That's why the yellow sits there. Because they have an opportunity. But the reason why they're positive potential is because they have potential to grow. My last current relationship was a yellow that grew to a black. Right?
Yeah.
But it's not the black at first sight.
Right.
So you can see the difference there.
Yeah.
But then the orange sits way down here because they have to go either all the way up here or they can just get some money and come to become a green. That's their route. So the reason why the color code is set up like that is because it shows you when you're in your dating roster, each person, you can see the characteristics of a red who just want to have sex. They're not trying to go on long dates. They're not trying to get to know you. It's a wham bam, thank you ma'am. And as a woman, when you recognize that you have a red, you don't put those obligations on them. You don't be like, why you don't talk to me? Why you ain't calling me? Why can't we go out? They're red. So the whole point of color code dating is to live happily single and open for love. So in the midst of you finding your black, you can enjoy being single. It's not like I'm mad being single, I'm angry being single, right. Why can't I find my person? None of that, all that's gone. It's a piece of enjoyment because people don't know how to be single. Right. So how to be single is color coding your dating life. Therefore, you don't have no extra expectations. You know exactly who you're dealing with, and you trust the process of dating until you find your match. When you find your match, you have a blackout. You don't need no other colors. Everything, you don't need your orange or green because the black encompasses every color. That's your person. So now you have a blackout, and you move on to the love cycle. Water break. You know I got a hold in my mouth. Every time I drink, it drips down. So the love cycle is you meet your black. Now you have a blackout. Now you're in the love cycle. I created the love cycle because I was going through a breakup. I created the color code dating when I first moved to LA 10 years ago. I've been color coding this whole time. All my friends color code. This shit works. So this is the meat. But when I went through a relationship and I started to experience the emotions of a breakup and love from relationship from the beginning to the end, it hit me like at 4 a.m. I was like, whoa, first, you're in love. It's perfect. You finish each other's sentences. Everything is so perfect. Y'all chemistry. Late nights, hang up the phone. No, you hang up. I don't know if y'all still do that, but back in the day, it happened. The love first cycle is the most powerful, and that's how you get some people call it love bombing. Because some people can have that facade and they're like the perfect person at first. But they could be the perfect person unless it goes into a fade. And the fade is the second stage of the love cycle. So after you in love and everything is perfect, every couple is different. There's a moment where shit starts to get a little murky. Y'all not vibing as much. Y'all not having sex as much. It's not as good as it was in the honeymoon stage. You feel a fade. You feel it lessen in whatever category. A little bit or a lot of it. Depends on you. But when the fade happens, this is an opportunity for the couple to recognize. Now, this happens, and most couples will be in a fade for 10, 20 years. Who knows? But if you don't recognize it and communicate when you know the things are getting lessened, you automatically go into the breakup. So the fade is an opportunity for you and your couple to say, yo, things aren't like they used to be. We kind of getting off on a bad foot in this area and this area. And it wasn't like that in the first stage. So the whole idea of the love cycle is to stay in love, to stay in the honeymoon stage, to stay at one. Because the moment you feel a little bit of a fade, you got to pick that shit up. Because if not, you go to the breakup. That's the little dirty brown, doo-doo brown shit. Nobody wants to be in the breakup. Baby. Now, people think the fade is a breakup. What makes the breakup a breakup is the actual verbal separation. We are not together. The divorce. Not the, we just going to pretend like we ain't vibing. The actual thing that says, this is not it. We're going to separate. The breakup is the most hurtful part of the love cycle because it's the painful, the crying, everybody's breakup is different. When I went through mine, I experienced all the levels of what you call the mourning and oh my God. But I did recognize that I was in a breakup. So then it clicked on me. If I know I'm going through this process, if you know it intentionally, then you have ability to get through it smoother. Because you know that's what it requires. It requires long nights of pain and crying, depression, addiction, binging of whatever, not wanting to be around people, antisocial. All those things happen in a breakup. And every person could take a year for one person, 2 months for another person, and 2 days for another person. So that part of the breakup is so hurtful that it's no one wants to experience it. I once was told that a breakup is the hardest pain you can ever feel, worse than a toothache. And I could see that from my experience because you can't put a scale on a heartbreak versus like my skin is a lesion or I broke my ankle. A heartbreak is something that just sits by itself. I don't even like to put heartbreak with physical pain or mental because it's that heart is just by itself. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But the breakup it happens as long as time. Only time can heal a breakup. Only time. You can't do anything to accelerate the process. You just got it day by day, day by day. But the cool thing about the breakup is time does heal it. So however long it takes for that person to heal, they're going to feel a weight lifted up when they actually feel like they're over the breakup. And that's when you become in the clear. The day you wake up where you're not crying as much, you're not as much headache, you actually can go out, go to the store, you're feeling like yourself again, you're starting to be in the clear. In the clear is the most important part of the love cycle, because that's the part where you get to embrace dating yourself. You're over your breakup, but you're not dating anyone else. You're over your breakup, but you're not dating anyone else. Meaning you're not jumping into another situation. You're dating yourself, self-love, self-care, meditation, doing all the things you want to do when you're in a relationship. You have that moment now to just do you. So in the clear is your own personal time it takes you. But when you wake up from being in the clear and you feel like, I want to get my fucking pimping on, I'm ready to go back dating. Now you go back to color code dating. But you feel it. Everything in the cycle is a feeling. It's a vibe. Color code is a feeling. I didn't make these colors up. You feel when you meet somebody, they're either going to be a friend type of person, somebody you kind of growing on, somebody you just want to fuck, somebody who's just not here, somebody who want to give you some money, or somebody who's just your match. These are all feelings. You only can utilize these two methods if you actually are true to yourself. You cannot fake any of my two methods. This is not I just want to be a green, or no, it's how you feel about a person. And that's where it goes to reality, is because I can say you met somebody, I say, well, how do you feel about them? Oh, what color are they? You'll know. Oh, they're orange. Yeah, that's just my methods. That's how quick, instantly they work. So I say that to say color code dating. Now, you guys aren't in the breakup. You guys are in the love cycle, though. Can you both at the same time maybe say one or two? Where we at?
Currently, right now?
Yeah, right now. At this second.
I would say, well, personally, I think it could be 1 and 2. But the thing is, we recognize it. We talk about it. We work through it. And then we get back to 1. Like the song.
Yeah.
Brian McKnight.
So and the cool thing about this is that you can scale it right. If I can just be exact, I think you guys are right here. Like you're still at a 1, but sometimes it's not it's not here. It's not like damn near here, and you can scale it to that T.
Yeah.
So what is it? What is that one thing that makes you go into a little bit of a fade?
I think just life happening, right? Like we're in the process of potentially adopting my niece, so that just life is happening. So when that happens, it's like it's hard to find time for us together. Like we got engaged and we haven't even had time to like fully plan out our wedding, and enjoy even being engaged. So I think with life happening between my family and, me working a lot, and both of us trying to figure out ourselves, like sometimes we get into 2, but then we check each other at some point, right? And then we're back at 1 because we understand, like, this is it. There is no breaking up. We're deciding to get married.
Yes.
So we got to figure this out together.
Yes.
Yeah.
And would you agree that the reason why there might be a tad bit inflated is because of outside entities, whether it's work or, adopting, it's not you two. When y'all in your own little bubble, it's perfect.
Absolutely.
But then when you start adding different elements, now it gets a little, how do we deal with this together?
Exactly. Yeah.
How do we deal with outside things together?
Yeah.
Which is a really good place, because I think everybody goes through that. So I think you guys are completely right on track, because it happens. Mm-hmm. But dealing with outside entities together is the next step on making sure that you stay in that blissful state, because learn how to manage things together as a team is like your number 1 ultimate goal now, because you went through all the other levels of love to where we good. But damn, when something else comes in our way, it might get a little murky here. All right, so moving along. Okay, so overall, what are your experiences together, like your shared interests? What is the most delightful thing that you guys like about each other together?
About each other? Or
like, what do you share together that y'all both enjoy 100%? Not what you do and you do, but what are your shared interests? Your shared interests.
You want to go first or me?
You can go first.
No, you go first. You went first last time. You go.
Shared interests. We like to definitely. We're very outdoorsy type people.
Nature.
Yeah,
We
I
like
love
nature.
We go camping a lot, or
Camping.
try to as much.
Yeah.
This summer, we've gone like every month somewhere in a different state in the United States. So, yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
We like to watch movies a lot. Which is cool. Like, there's this thing, not to be a commercial for them, but like, you can pay $21 a month and you can go to the movies as much as you want. So we see all the new movies that come out, like
At a theater or on your laptop?
In the theater.
At a theater.
Oh, they don't got that. They got that in LA.
Yeah.
What? Send me the link.
Yeah, it's great because, you know, we don't have to spend money.
Cool
and then
date night.
it is a cool day. It kind of forces us to be like, let's go. Especially in Vegas, they got, you know, the seats that like recline and stuff, and we go to the 4DX one. So like, we try to have fun, and then lately we're starting to become like the older Las Vegas couples. We started gambling.
Oh shit! Y'all going to the casino now?
Yeah.
Well,
Who won? Anybody win? Anybody
We,
win?
we take turns on with it.
Yeah, we take turns.
You know, we got
Alright.
our little budget, and that's kind of like what we do. We just kind of gamble together. We have our favorite machines that we do, and
Did you hear? No, y'all skipped the key part. They have a budget, so they not just willy nilly and throwing the money, make it rain, make it tip. Hey, babe, we got $40. We win or lose. That's it. That's all we got.
A little more than that, but yeah.
no, but we've been doing pretty well though. So
Yes.
but yeah, so just stuff like that, and it's great too because like with my job, like I said, I travel, so sometimes I can take her because you know she can pick and choose when she wants to work. But other than that, you know, I think we share love for family as well. She's super close to her family. And so am I. So family is really important to the both of us, and just really creating a home. Like, I love being home because I travel a lot, I work a lot. So it's amazing, like the space that she's created. We have so many plants. We have a forest.
It is beautiful. I've been there. It is. Feel like I'm outside in nature, just sitting in the canopy, drinking lemonade.
Yeah, so you know, I enjoy that. You know, about how she makes a home for me to chill and find my safe space. So I feel like
But I think it's important that you said she makes a home to find your safe space. But prior to that, you said that she can just work whenever she wants. Like, because you're setting up the foundation, right?
Yeah.
To where she can just say, "Oh, I'll work today, no big deal. Maybe I won't because of what." Let's take that picture on what are you doing to make her secure and comfortable where it's optional for her to work.
Well, I think that's a personal choice too. I see myself as a masculine, and to me it feels good to support my family. She's obviously my family, but don't get me wrong, she's smart and totally capable. In fact, there's times where she makes more money than me because she's an event bartender. She'll go for like one weekend and make my whole check.
Right.
Or more. So,
yeah.
So like we kind of take turns, and I think it's great too for her to be able to work sometimes because that's her. That's who she is.
Yeah.
I'm separate.
Yeah.
It's her life. And it's great too because she obviously, like, she does pitch it, and it's not like I'm taking care of all the bills, but I think as a couple, we're just at a point where we know that we're supporting each other, because there were times where, especially when COVID hit and Tribe Unity, we didn't have any events going, like I didn't have anything.
Dry.
She was the one that was supporting me.
So it's a team thing, because she knows as a woman, because you're secure, she knows when to pick up and when to, or even if it's just by interest, maybe she just wants to do this certain thing, and that's what it is. So y'all have a system from the gate. How long y'all been together?
Oh my gosh, it's so hard. Like almost 3 years only.
Nice. So y'all have a system.
Dating for 4.
Yeah.
Nice. With that being said, we're gonna go on commercial break.